I wanted to provide you with a quick economic stimulus update. The Senate, GOP, and the White House have come to terms in agreement on what will be in the next stimulus proposal. As I mentioned before, it's more than likely still going to be bifurcated with pieces of the proposal coming out over time and not the full thing coming out at one time. But it will be released today on Thursday. I'm going to give you all the details about that and what my interpretations are of some of the things in there coming up next. Hello everyone, my name is Paul Zachary Shelton Jr. and I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Warwick Advisors. We are a wealth and investment management firm located in Orlando, Florida with clients all across the United States. If this is your first time coming to my channel or seeing one of my videos, I ask that you please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the bell so that you can get an update each time I post a new video, and also please like and share this video as I know it will help someone that you know. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic, and I'm going to read from my notes so I can make sure that I get everything right. But one of the things that Senator Mitch McConnell said yesterday is that he's going to unveil the package today, and it's not going to be unveiled as a single bill, but in pieces based on jurisdiction. And this is pretty much done in this way so they can officially start the negotiations with the Democrats. So on the funding piece of the GOP plan, it will include about $105 billion for schools and additional money for testing, for COVID-19 testing, which is kind of curious to me that the White House and the Senate got together to provide more money for testing. I understand that we do need money for testing, and as I mentioned in previous videos, I'm a proponent of providing the healthcare aspect and the funding for the healthcare aspect to fight this virus, because that's exactly what we need. But we've heard so much recently from the Republican leadership, from different governors around the country, and from the president, that the only reason we have more cases is because we're doing more testing. So it strikes me as kind of odd that, you know, he wanted to pull back on testing because it was spiking, but now he wants to provide more money for testing. So that's interesting. The appropriations would agree to providing $105 billion for school, which would be divided in different ways. So $70 billion would be provided for kindergarten through 12th grade, $30 billion would be for colleges and universities, and $5 billion would be for governors to use at their discretion. So of the $70 billion, 35 that will be used for schools on a per capita basis. So 35 billion of that 70 billion will be used for schools on a per capita basis, and the remaining amount will be directed towards schools reopening and the cost associated with reopening. So I'm assuming providing PP&E and other things of that nature, which this could be kind of behind the eight ball, because by the time this gets passed, many schools may have already opened. I know the first school district, Alcoa, Tennessee, I believe, was the first school district to open. They actually went back to public school face-to-face as of yesterday. So specific language will be included in the proposal to provide guidelines for how schools would qualify for the second pot of money. But the proposal will leave much of the decision-making up to governors, which is something that I found kind of interesting. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Most governors in the state grew up in that state, and they favor one portion of that state. I live in the state of Florida. Our current governor is from South Florida. Doesn't mean that he doesn't love the rest of the state, but if it's up to him to decide on what schools are going to get money and what school districts are going to receive money, it's very possible that popular areas in the state may get more money than unpopular areas. That's just my thoughts and my opinions about that. The money for colleges and universities would not be tied to any reopening plans, and that's something that was noted in an early release about the bill. And there's also no final decision made on the proposal and the extension of the federal enhancement of unemployment insurance, or what has been decided on the payroll tax cut. So I know in my video yesterday, it was mentioned by the Senate that they were going to reduce unemployment and provide a proposal, or at least provide an extension to reduce it down to $100 per week. but it looks like in our final discussions last night, that may be off the table, or at least that wasn't of high importance to make it into the discussion as of today. Again, this is just part of what the notes were from yesterday's meetings and the agreement that they came to together. So there was one thing that was mentioned on there, and it wasn't long term. I know it was mentioned yesterday that it could be extended up to December 31st at $100 per week. But it says there was a call made to one of the GOP, the Republican aides, and leadership staff, and the proposal would include a 2-month extension for the federal enhancement unemployment benefits at a flat rate, but that rate was not determined and that rate has not been given. So these are some of the things that we're looking to see come out later today when that proposal is released. So please stay tuned, subscribe to this channel for more updates. I promise to provide you updates as soon as possible as everything is coming out. Please like and share this video, and also please stay safe, stay healthy. See you next time. Have a great day.